has one of the latest attractions in Singapore. It is called the Gardens by the Bay. Gardens by the Bay. Actually, it's one of the most beautiful botanical gardens in the world, right? And on the left-hand side, this building is actually the F1 Formula Race pit stop. Have you heard about the F1 Formula Race? Done. Right? Very proud to tell you, Singapore is the first country in the world to produce a night race. Right? We actually race it in the night time. And we are the second country in the world to use the roads inside the city as the race course. Right? So part of the road that we're going to travel will be the race course as well. Right? Again, Singapore Flyers. And on the left, this is the second biggest shopping mall in Singapore. Right? Which is called the Suntec City. Suntec City. And it's actually property of one of the richest men in the world, Mr. Li Ka-shing. Do you know Mr. Li Ka-shing? The old man, the richest man in Hong Kong. Yeah, right? So if you're free, you can drop by because it's not very far from the hotel. If you were to take a taxi, it takes about 10 minutes only. If you were to walk, about 25 minutes. Right? Right now we're going to town now. In front of you, the diagonal road is called Beach Road. It's B-E-A-C-H, not B-I-T-C-H. Yeah? So it used to be the beach over here, and whatever behind here used to be the sea. So this is a reclaimed land as well, right? This is also a reclaimed land. That's why, right? This area started with the Malay kingdoms on the right hand side, where the Malay kings over here, right? Because Singapore used to be ruled by 5 Malay kings. The first king came to Singapore from this region behind you, from Sumatra, right? His name is Sanila Utama, right? He came to this island because he saw that, from his house, there's a very beautiful white beach just across the sea, yeah? But not the B-I-T-C-H, yeah? B-E-A-C-H. So around this region was beautiful white beach over here. That's why this region has the name of Bugis. This whole area is called Bugis, inclusive of your hotel's area. It's called Bugis because Bugis is in Malay language, which means white beach, right? So this is with the seaside, the white beach. That's why he came to Singapore. And once he touched down this island, which was no name, and then he saw an animal that ran into the forest very fast and very quick. He couldn't catch a look at the animal, so he asked his subordinate, "Wait, Ali, what was the animal that was so big and fast?" Ali turned over and told the king, "Hey, my dear king, it was actually a lion." The king was very happy and was laughing to himself. Such a beautiful and powerful place to nurture such a powerful animal. I'm going to move my whole kingdom here and call this island Singapura. Singapura is in 2 languages. Singa is in Indian Sanskrit and Pura is in Malay language. The first language, the first word, Singa means lion and Pura means city. So from then, since the 13th century, this island has been called the Lion City or Singapura. Singapura, Singapura, Singapore. This is where Singapore's name is come from, right? That's why we'll call Singapura and then change to Singapore after that, yeah? So this is the name where the Singapore's name is from. And of course the king who is rich and powerful will stay longer, but this where the king has no money has been kicked off already. So kicked off the throne. So the last king, the 5th king, has no more power and ran to Malaysia. Right there in the 19th century came this very famous gentleman called Sir Stamford Raffles. He came from British, right, in search of new place for his business, and he came to Singapore, this island, and found Singapore's river is deep and wide enough so that he can do business over here. And finally, he took this island down by signing a contract with the king, offering him money and power again, right? So the English gentleman started to develop this island itself. From 1819 he came to Singapore. In 3 years time, 1822, we became the British colony, right? Thereafter, what happened to Singapore? I'll tell you in the afternoon because we're reaching the hotel already. Alright, we're gonna reach the hotel in 5 minutes time. And this area actually is part of the oldest part of Singapore. You can see all the little shop houses just across the road. especially this building which is under construction on the left. This is the oldest hotel in Singapore, called the Raffles Hotel, named after the gentleman Sir Stamford Raffles. It's the oldest hotel since the British colonial time, and right now it's a boutique hotel. To stay inside here is cheaper. It costs you about 600 to 700 per room per night only, right? As comparatively to the Marina Bay Sands. And on the left, ladies and gentlemen, this is the tallest hotel in Singapore, right? Standing at 72 story. Uppermost 73rd story, there's a sky pub and also a sky cafe and also a discotheque up there. Right, you can see from here, right? A discotheque up there. So tonight, if you are feeling a little bit itchy or sassy, you may come over here. But of course, there's another place called the Club Key, which is very famous for drinking and pubbing. Right, up to you, your choice. Okay, I'm sure you have done your homework before you came to Singapore, right? But behave yourself, huh? See, look at the green you're having. Okay, one more thing I have to remind you, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot smoke anywhere you like in Singapore, huh? There's a certain place where the dustbin is, and you can smoke over there. And after 10 p.m., you are not allowed to bring any beer or liquor to walk along the street side, because the police will come and check you, right? It's illegal to bring beer or liquor to walk in the street after 10 p.m. Right? Remember, yeah? And most of the rooms are non-smoking rooms, so please do not smoke in the room because it might cost you $300. Right? And of course, you cannot fart anywhere. Okay? Right? Because sometimes we have a different kind of culture. Right? So just to let you know, your hotel is just inside one of the lanes. Right? This is the nearest Catholic church. Right? Whoever is Catholic, you might like to visit here. But this is the biggest authority, highest power Catholic church in Singapore, because we have a bishop over here, right? So every Catholic has to report to this church. Without further ado, let me tell you something first. The time right now in Singapore is 7:55 a.m. Right? Whatever time we're going to meet and tell you from right now is all about Singapore time. Alright, there's another church over here. Right, if you like, just next to your hotel. You are all very well blessed, so don't worry, right? And further up, you just walk across, right? Further up, you walk further down, when you meet the traffic light, walk across the traffic light will be like a market, right? We call Bugis Market. You can buy a lot of things, cheap things, t-shirt, shoes, or whatever you can buy over there, okay? But of course, the ladies will be looking for Charles and Keith. Am I right? Charles and Keith, the icon of Singapore. Whenever the Pinoys and Peanuts come, they will sweep the Charles and Keith back home, right? So